Testing. Truly, grab your mic and say something one more time for real. Just making sure.
That's your truck? Mm-hmm. Oh. That's your truck?
Y'all got a new truck?
Okay.
What is it?
I know my supposed to fit in the back of that big old truck. That's why I was looking at it. A 3-door.
Yes, it was. Well, we was praying about Tahoe.
It's blacked out. Okay.
Oh, you traded the Jeep in.
And
Bitch, don't knock over that.
We got it together.
Pushing people.
It's 9. It's 9.
It's 9. We gonna go look at it again. Okay, I'm gonna hit record and go. Hey world, welcome back to the Spill Podcast, your favorite podcast featuring your favorite podcast host, me, your girl, Mrs. Wilson. Hey Spillers, welcome back. Thank you all for tuning in with me. I am super excited about this episode. I think I'm excited about all my episodes. Do y'all hear me say that on every episode? Is it just like, whatever. Anyway. Just one. Well, I'm super excited about this episode because I got my girls in the building. My sisters from another mister. We've been having some technical difficulties, but they have been encouraging me and telling me to persevere and push through because, baby, we ain't going to even get that man any credit. But anyway, I'm excited to have y'all here. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Can y'all grab the mic and somebody say hey? Everybody just go around and say hey. Sorry, true. Hey, world. Oh, my God, we so loud. You scaring people away. But you see all these mic checks I was talking into the mic. Okay, Meech, say hey.
Hey.
Dang, y'all so loud. Listen. Just the volume. We put the mic. But y'all sound good. You got to have it in your mouth, though. Brooke, say what up to the people.
Hey, Spillers.
Okay, Brooke got the little soft, mellow tone, sexy voice going. These are my girls.
Talk command.
I'm super duper excited about this episode. My sisters, we fuss, we don't fight. We keep it 100 with each other whether we want to or not. We love each other. We laugh together. We pray together, and we worship together. Wait, Trudy, how you make that face?
Try it.
Why we missing worship?
I'm trying it.
We're not gonna try it. We'll talk about it later. Okay, but we do. All honesty is not. You know, some people like virtual better than in person, but you know we get that in a swing of things. Okay, Spillers. Now y'all know what time it is. It is our mental check-in time. This is an important time. This is a serious note. So whatever you're doing, stop, pause for the cause, and check in with yourselves. How are you doing? How are you mentally? How are you physically? One of my favorite sayings is health is wealth. I truly do believe that. I truly believe that if your mental is off, then your entire body is discombobulated. So it's important that you are healthy mental-wise so that everything else can flow, okay? So we're going to do a little round table. I'm going to, hold myself accountable. They hold me accountable. So I'm going to hold them accountable and check in with them. We'll start with you, Meech. Grab the microphone. How are you, sis?
I'm good.
You good?
Good, yeah.
Good. You look good.
Making it. Yeah.
You're doing good. You know your faith, girl. Your faith is always motivated me. So you strong. Not strong, but strong. Okay, good. Brooke, how are you?
I'm good. I cleaned
All
my
right.
life.
Hallelujah. Yes. Thank God, baby. Because full Chad, your hair is bad. Open the text message, I'll be like, ooh, just close it out. I'm glad you're good, sis. True. How are you?
I'm well.
You're well.
Well, I think we always say, we're good.
Yep.
regardless.
Yeah.
I can say I'm well.
Good. And that's something that I was going to hit on. Like, even though we say that we are good, everybody has something that they're fighting through, that they're pushing through, that they're persevering through. But the important part is that you are pushing or praising your way through, like old folks say. But as long as you're doing the work to make sure that you're well and to make sure that you're good, that's all that matters. But if you're not good, if you're not well, and you're stuck, you're stagnant, you have to say something in order for somebody to do something. I'm sure there's somebody in your circle that's willing to step in, step up, and to help you get to wherever you need to be it a prayer, a workout, a hug, a conversation, a laugh. There's somebody always there with an open and listening ear. I mean, you can DM me. I think I'm good at keeping secrets. So, and I've dealt with a lot of challenges with mental, so I know, the struggle. I know sometimes it can be kind of embarrassing to want to talk to somebody about the issue, but you got to get it off. It's like boo-boo. It's better out than in. So, y'all play all that. So whatever it is, Steelers, it is imperative that you get that help if it's something. And if you're well, kudos, awesome. Keep doing what you're doing so that you can stay well. That just goes to show that whatever the situation is, you handle the situation. It does not handle you. Okay. All right. Before we go any further, if you have not followed us on our social media platform, are y'all following me on YouTube and Instagram?
I don't have Sprinkle.
Spreaker. Well, that's where the R is. The podcast.
I got the other one. I got the Apple.
Oh, good. Good. That's all. I just need to make sure. Y'all need to make sure. Yeah. Every guest that comes through, I gotta make sure that they on their P's and Q's. But Steelers, and new Steelers, welcome. But if you have not followed us, we are on Instagram, The Spill Podcast 21. We're on TikTok, The Spill Podcast, and we are on YouTube, The Spill Podcast. And listen, if y'all cannot find me, type my name in, Latoya, Latoyya.
2 Y's.
Wilson, 2 Y's, period. And Wilson, the last name, Wilson. You will see 2 wine glasses toasting, looking like they're spilling. So follow us on our social media. Now to my favorite part of the episode. Well, it's not my favorite, but I love it. My Spill trend ladies. Y'all already know who I'm about to talk about. Who I'm about to talk about?
Why you gonna talk about the slap?
Oh, I'm definitely over there. That's not that. This is a podcast. Yes. Yes, a blackened black woman on the highest. Yeah, come on, Brooke. Black, thank God I'm black. Hey, I will take it back. Hey. This is definitely a celebratory moment. This is one of those moments for black women, the black culture, for everybody, but especially for us, where we are celebrating, we are honoring, we are appreciating our good sister, mother, aunt, cousin, friend, all of that. Not all that, but all of that. You know what I'm saying? Ketanji Brown Jackson, y'all. Her confirmation was amazing. She was confirmed to the Supreme Court. So she is the first African American female justice on the Supreme Court. Yes. 233 years, y'all. 233 years. Grab a mic and go and say what you're going to say. Because I'm just saying. I mean, we're a real podcast. We're not spilling any tea or anything. But that's important. Like, that was necessary. It should have been done a long time ago. I mean, Shirley Chisholm, she ran for president in, the 60s, 70s? I mean, this should have been done a long time ago. But it's done. I try to look at the bright side of it, because as I was watching her journey, I cried a lot. I think I cried from anger and frustration, but I also cried for excitement and joy and happiness, because it's finally happening. You know what I'm saying? But this country where we live, free world, pay our taxes. I mean, tax. I mean, they tax us. You know what I'm saying? And have done it for years, built this country. And for them not to give that platform to a black woman, it made me feel some type of way. But I try to put all of that in the back of my mind, and I try to think positive and press towards tomorrow.
Because we never give up.
Because we don't. That's what black women do. You know, we persevere. Black people, period, to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think this is so dope. I think this is dope for the culture. I think it's dope for the country. I especially think it's dope for our black girls. You know, my daughter, Michi, your nieces, Brooke, your baby girl, Trudy, your nieces, god nieces, step nieces, you ain't got no step nieces, but niece, and your students, you know. I just think this is major. They are able to see what's being done. President Obama, Vice President Kamala, now Supreme Justice Ketanji. Like, the sky's the limit for them. You know what I'm saying?
Martin did all this.
Who?
Martin.
Luther. Yeah, Dr. Martin Luther King, he did what he did. He definitely paved the way. But for our kids, we weren't here for Dr. King, though. Right. We wasn't here for him. That's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't get to experience his movement. You know what I'm saying? We learned and we appreciate the history of it, but we didn't get to experience his movement. We're experiencing and living in this movement. You know what I'm saying? And now our girls are going to have the opportunity to do things, if not just as big, but in positions just like these black women. So I feel like that's super duper dope. I'm excited about that. I feel like God's hand was just all over that lady's life, and he just positioned her for it. Justice Breyer, the guy that's retiring, the seat she's taking, she actually was his clerk. So that made me really, really happy. So I was like, she done had some little insights on the Supreme Justice, the courts anyway. But I mean, that's dope to me. Do y'all want to say anything about that?
I agree with everything you said.
Thank you. So y'all just gonna be quiet and just whispering.
I mean, you said so much. No.
Let me just piggyback.
I think that's good.
That was it. Okay. Well, Michi, you did bring up the black Oscars. I call it the black Oscars because it was a black
Oscars were so white.
I mean, it was. Because I think the last podcast I said 92, 93, 94, 95, but I knew it was in the 90s. I verified it was 94 years of the Academy Awards, and this year was the very first year that a 100% black man in his production produced it.
And what we do?
So that's
We showed up
and showed out in our own fashion. Anyway, we're not even gonna put the spotlight on that anymore because that's what that. Right, she was back to Ketanji. No, we're actually gonna talk about Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay.
He received an honorary Lifetime Achievement Oscar, and that's something I want to talk about because we muzzle the good things that happen in the culture, but the negative stuff that happen, we illuminate that and we live on it and ride on it forever. Right. But let's talk about Samuel. Let's give him his flowers. He's been in the business, y'all, for over 50 years. Yeah. He has never received an Academy Award. So this was his first Academy Award ever. And I was so excited about that. Like, we gave that man his flowers finally. Again, just like Ketanji, I feel like we probably should have did it a long time ago. Yeah. But I'm looking at the bright side. He received his flowers. He was presented his award by the Denzel Washington. The hug, the embracing that those black men did on stage did something to me. So shout out to Samuel L. I love him for so many reasons. First of all, he's a black man in Hollywood married to a black woman. And she's black, baby. She's dark skinned, full lips, full nose. She is a black woman. They are both HBCU alums. Y'all know how I feel about my black schools. She went to Spelman and he went to Morehouse. We actually saw her name on the Wall of Honor when we toured Spelman. So that was super dope. And he's just dope. He's good at what he does. He's the bomb. I mean, every time I see him now, I think about Steven from Django. When he plays Steve in the house.
Really, all the roles. I know. 50 years of work. 50 years of work. 50 years.
That's what you gonna do to us. Hey, he killed that role though. He killed it. When I say, and if the first time you watch it, you hate Steven, but now you watch it, you really laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because he really killed that role. What y'all gotta say about that?
Like when you start talking, you said
just random blood.
Exactly.
Whatever. So shout out to Samuel. Samuel Jackson. Shout out to right back into it. Shout out to Jasmine Sullivan. She received her very first Grammy. So there was Questlove. The rapper, he received his first nomination ever, and he was nominated one time, and he's a hip hop artist.
I didn't know who it was.
He was nominated, and on top of that nomination, he won the Oscars. He produced and directed Summer of Soul, and it's like an old school summer jam of all the old school R&B artists, like all the dope ones. I've never seen it, but I'm excited to see it.
That was a movie.
Yeah, it's like a movie.
On Netflix.
On Netflix.
Okay,
Summer Soul. And,
I didn't see it. I saw the preview for it.
Yeah, Questlove did all that. He compiled all of those old videos and just got it together. And I heard it's really dope. I want to see it. You see, Mitch, you don't love old school music. So
Need to know that.
None of the spillers business.
Let's feel his business because it's necessary for the culture. That whole black folk appreciate.
The point is, he received an Oscar. Which is great.
It ain't I'm proud of you.
And will I watch it?
No.
Maybe not. Probably not. But am I excited for him? Yes, I am. That's the point. Go ahead, Phyllis. What you want to know from me? The real problem is they want to blues fest. And I just can't get into this blues fest that they about to get into tonight. No, thank you.
To come with us to
No,
the
thank you. It's a treat.
We're like, Calvin Richardson gonna be there.
No, thank you.
Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, so yeah, shout out to Denzel, Questlove, Samuel Jackson, Jasmine Sullivan.
Yes.
You know, I think the culture kind of put on for 2022.
And that is why the Oscars win. That's why it's a black Oscar.
And that's
not because
why-
of the slap, but because of that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
not because of the slap. You know,
No,
we
got
don't.
it.
We're not.
Right.
That was good.
That's the point.
You said the slap
got
was
it.
good.
No, I said got it. Because I was trying to understand why we were calling it the black Oscar.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Not
Yeah, that's
because
why
of
we
the slap.
got.
No.
And then if had that
I
slap
thought
not
it was
have
because of
happened,
slap.
I think that probably would have been one of the best Oscars ever. Like really, because Will Packer, he did that.
Yeah.
Like he really put his heart and soul in it, and he did that. And other than that, everything else was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's real disappointing that always,
We can't hear you.
it's disappointing that when we do get a moment like that, we
Mm.
always gotta mess it up. And I love my black people, but we always gotta do
No, we don't.
something.
We don't always mess
Give
it
us
up.
an example.
We don't always mess it up. That was just one incident. Please. That was just one incident
Look,
that happened.
The African coming out of beach, she like you gonna get up.
I'm not gonna get it. Took us a long time
You know,
to get here.
she real black.
One
She
year,
loves
a
to
few
go back to
seconds. A few seconds.
We want
And
to do it again.
look.
Yeah, I disagree, Brooke, and I do disagree.
We ain't gonna really have some Let me see what y'all gonna say. Let me see the jokes.
Now, I do disagree with you to a certain extent. I feel like if the people, the producers, if the Academy Award winners, board members, and all them really know what's good for entertainment, then I feel like they will give that man another chance to do what he does. Unfortunately, we sometimes in situations that black folk are in, and that we do, and you know. But I don't think I don't agree with that though. But I was just excited about the whole thing, and there was a lot of good looks for the culture. So
Could he get another chance?
can you get your mic?
It's first impression.
What was your question?
Well, do they get multiple chances to host? Like, I don't know how that works. It's been on for a year, so can he
Produce it
Produce
again.
again.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll probably consider him again. And then notice, because of COVID, y'all, normally they have one host, but they have multiple hosts hosting different parts of the Oscars before different awards. So it's not like it used to be. But I don't think it really hurt the culture or canceled the culture. Folk been looking at us crazy upside our head all our life, honey. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just don't feel like this is just going to cancel us. I feel like it did more harm to the person that did than it did anybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Represent the whole entire culture.
And yeah, he did not.
Right.
And we and Chad,
A big chunk.
because the way the culture claiming him,
Right.
I'm just saying, like,
Really, really.
so yeah, like really.
Really.
And then now she's saying he shouldn't have done it. He overreacted.
She
and
didn't
I-
say
you know,
that.
No, we're not.
Well, we not
Yeah, let's
gonna
move
get
on.
involved. But I
Moving
definitely,
on.
but I definitely do not think that is going to cancel the culture. I feel like
You cannot cancel us. Like nothing can cancel us.
Absolutely, because
we're too hard.
we're
too
great.
long.
We're dope.
It was
It's
one.
only
It
one
was
of
an
us.
incident. It happened. Right. It was an incident. It happened.
And there can be another us.
Right.
So, it is what it is. Did y'all have anything else y'all want to add?
No.
Okay, well, spillers, to the meat of the conversation. Trudy look like she's getting excited.
The meat.
The meat. All right, summertime fun.
Cue the music.
Summertime.
Not that
Hey. Summertime. Hey. Who sing that song?
He's still
Who rap that song?
See how we can't be canceled?
Okay, we not gonna
Oh,
do
you want
shade.
proof?
I do want to put a disclaimer out there, Steelers. This is going to be a raw conversation. I want my girls to be as transparent as possible when we talk about this subject. We're just going to be honest because everybody has different perspectives when it comes to being summertime fine, summertime bodies, lifetime bodies, year-round bodies. So we're just going to kind of give some perspectives on summertime fine based on our personal experiences. Some things that we went through, some things that we've learned, some things that have helped us, some things that have taught us, and all that good stuff, okay? So let's get into it, y'all. Summertime. I think this is everybody's favorite time of the year. I think this is pretty much, other than the heat, I think it's pretty much everybody's favorite season because you get to see more people, people are out more, the days are longer and brighter. And people are, just out. They want to be seen, And so a part of Summertime Fine in this episode that we're going to discuss is, child, the things that we do to become summertime fine. y'all want to step in? Y'all just look at me like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Anyway, so now is the time, Steelers, where we start doing whatever is necessary so that we can get those summertime fine bodies. I mean, we do our extreme workouts, we diet, some of us take supplements to expedite the weight loss process. Some of us starve ourselves because, baby, the struggle be real. That's for ladies like, I'm just going to be honest with me. They wait till the last minute. This come April, like, girl, go ahead and lose about 10 pounds before June. Anyway, but you do have those women, truly, and it's a compliment, who are consistent with their health, working out, eating good all year round. So when summertime comes for them, baby, they ain't got to get ready because they been ready. You know what I'm saying? So today we are just going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the different perspectives and the pressures of being and becoming summertime fine. So thank you to my sisters again from different sisters for coming. We're going to get right into the meat of it. I mean, all y'all fine. I do want to say that. My girls are all fine, baby. I'm talking about from the Rudy to the Tootie.
Thank you.
They all get Rudies and Tooties and Boots. Baby, they summertime fine, year-round fine. They just fine, so I appreciate this conversation. But I wanted to have this conversation because we all have different perspectives, because we all have totally different body types. Mm-hmm. We all have totally different lifestyles when it comes to health. For example, Michi here, she does not eat meat.
Well, I'm a pescatarian.
Well, she's a pescatarian, so she eats fish, but she don't eat chicken, turkey meat, and stuff like that. I do all it. But anyway, she doesn't do that. We have, and she works out. She loves to, I don't know if you love to work out or you just work out because you got to work out.
I don't think I love to work out. I love that I can work out.
Okay.
And so, I love that I can keep up with my nieces and nephews. And I just love to play. Like, I started playing tennis. I love it. So, yeah. I just like the feeling of working out. But to just get up and say, I'm going to go hit the gym. It's like, no.
That's true.
I just need to have fun while I'm doing it. I don't do it just for health reasons.
Yeah.
But,
that's our.
But in the midst of it, like, I'm really thinking about, I got a couple $.
Don't
go
get it taken
off. No, seriously, no. I just like the feeling that I can do it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's fair. Okay, then we have El Trudy.
And that was my mistake. I'm sorry, that was my mistake with me because I thought that she was out to work out.
So she call all the time.
Yeah.
But like, first of all, I got a life.
Right.
Let's go run it.
She wants to run on vacation.
And then they had a whole workout like outside in the gym.
Yes.
Look, I felt like I was bougie. You know, I felt like I was bougie running in front of Gianni Versace's house. You know, I'm like, okay, this is how HGP ran on. But she out here like working out. I was like, sis, okay, I'll see you when we at the end of the update. Anyway, but we have Trudy here, who is a gym rat. I feel like she loves everything workout. She may act like she don't, but she as dedicated as she is, she loves something about it because she works out probably 7 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week.
Yes,
So thank you.
Because she has a whole 6-pack.
Look at her.
What you do like a 6-pack?
So now you get to learn.
No, go ahead.
Okay, let's be serious. Let's be serious.
Because I'm being serious. So there's a reason behind why I do what I do. Because I feel like I'm not where I need to be all the time.
We're gonna get into it.
So yes, I thought stick to the script. What is the script?
Okay.
So just because that's just being serious though.
Right.
From like
Right.
family and
Yeah.
from like background and family and things like that. So I'm always looking like, oh no. Gotta keep can't miss a day. Okay. So that's
I wish I had that.
it's true.
Ooh, yes.
I just feel like I always gotta be doing something.
Fighting genetics.
Yeah, I'm like scared.
That's true.
I don't go work out. I'm going.
And that's real, because I deal with that too on both sides. Not only health issues, but weight issues. And for real, like if you are not consistent or if you don't do it, and you know, one snicker, baby, can put you over. You know what I'm saying? Okay, can y'all hand Brooke the microphone? Now, Brooke is our military girl. So what I've gotten just from being around her in the last few years is she work out because she has to. But she work out and she does really, really good. Now, I know with the military, they have to do those PT tests and y'all gotta have a certain breath on a certain amount of minutes at a certain per second millimile and all that good stuff. How is your, like, are you like Trudy? Well, Trudy, like, got different reasons, but how do you do when you work out? Like, you like to work out? What is it?
I do like to work out. I used to love to run because running is one of the most important things on our PT test in the military. And being an NCO now, you have to be able to encourage your troops. So it's basically lead by example. So if I look like I'm out of shape and can't work out, I'm not gonna motivate you.
Yeah, I better run y'all too last time. Right here, like you better be me.
Go. She can't run. So I just try to stay ahead of the game, you know what I'm saying, and stay in shape. And I mean, like Mitchie said earlier, we getting older, you know, we got to stay healthy. Black people, you know, we got to stay healthy. So yeah, working out is fun. And what's that word? It's like stress relief.
Stress definitely is. Now me, I work out because I have to. The reason I started taking at least doing 30 minutes of cardio at least 3 days a week. Sometimes, like now I'm on to 4. But when I was in therapy probably 4 summers ago, and my therapist, I was real inconsistent. Like I have 1 week where I work out 2 days. I have 1 week I work out 1 week 3, for years. But about 4 summers ago, my therapist was like, that was one of the first tools that he gave me to start doing. He said the mental benefits from working out is really, really good because it helps you with your rest. It helps release endorphins that are in your body that shouldn't be. Just a bunch of stuff. And at that time, I was like, well, shoot, I got to do whatever is necessary because I need my mental to be good. And so I made it my business to do like YouTube videos, to do anything to keep my heart pumping for at least 30 minutes. Now, I'm not the healthiest. Well, I do eat pretty healthy. I take that back. But I love some wine. I can drink me some wine. And I don't feel like I'm going to stop. Like, anyway, I'm not an alcoholic. But I appreciate my wine and my coffee. And my coffee have like sugars and flavors in it. Anyway, I said all that to say, I don't love working out, but I do appreciate working out. And I'm like Michi, I like the fact that I can, that I'm physically able to do it. I do it because I don't want to ever have to take medicines for health issues. I don't want to have heart issues later on in life. I love the mental stress reliever that is done for me because I promise you, baby, my mental struggle was real when I was sitting in that therapist chair. But when he said exercise, like I literally see, like I just saw the benefits, and I was like, I'm gonna do this the rest of my life because, like I was in a much clearer space. You know what I'm saying, mentally. So that's why I do it. I'm not, I go. Trudy can't ever call me at 5 o'clock in the morning. Say, come on, let's go do this. Absolutely not. But during the day, even if it's my lunch break, as soon as I get off work, my husband, he's great with it because now I'll do something at work for like 30 minutes during my lunch break. And he'll come home and be like, okay, baby, it's a pretty day. Let's go walking. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate stuff like that, getting natural vitamin D. So that is why I exercise, because I just don't need all these issues and I don't need health issues. But do we feel like people exercise now for the health benefits of it, or our minds are just so far gone, like this is the body type that we want, this is what we're trying to do, this is our goal, or are we doing it, like Trudy said, to prevent gaining weight or prevent health issues or getting out of shape? Like, why do we feel like people really exercise now?
All of that. I think people exercise for all of it. Like my goal is to be healthy, but I also want to look good. You know, I'm always trying to be summertime fine or fall ready. Whichever. That's always the goal. But I think if you're always working towards it, then you don't fall off.
Right.
So
If you're consistent with
consistent,
it.
yeah. So yeah, it's for health reasons, but it's also to look good. If you look good, you feel good.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay, we're going to
I think a lot of people look at these Instagram models and stuff.
Get into that.
Am I keeping up?
You good, sis? Keep saying what you're
Well, I
saying.
think a lot of social media now, people looking at them and thinking they gonna look just like that.
Right.
Being there killing that.
And then at the end of the day, they get tired and be like, okay, I'm just gonna go to
I still look the
Miami.
same.
Once they realize that what they're doing is not working,
Right.
but you're right. Like if you're not consistent with it, then you're not going to get the results that you need. But people also need to understand too that if you are really wanting to like lose weight and become healthier, it's about your life. It's a lifestyle for one, and you gotta eat right.
You have to
Like,
eat
that
right.
is important. Go ahead, Sister True, tell us.
That's what I was about to say.
So we work out all day, every day, and I lose no weight. That's because you worked out and you went to McDonald's.
Right.
That's why.
Exactly.
When we first started working out, we would go do like this boot camp every day, hard, and be like, girl, we work so hard, let's go get some extra chiquitos. And we be in there really eating and wondering why we're not, like, why we still look like this? I know we worked out hard, and you only ate some cheese dip.
Right.
I only ate some cheese dip.
Right.
Right. But if you be like, well, I only eat one time a day, I only eat, but what are you eating? First of all, what are you eating? Because that matters. You ate a burger and some fries and some nachos or something like this. But one time is not even good enough. But,
Right.
Unless you're fasting, intermittent fasting. Some people do eat one meal a day and they eat.
So is intermittent fasting, like, does that work?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because they eat right and.
So that one meal a day that they're eating is healthy,
Yeah.
and they're drinking water in between,
Yeah.
and they hungry as hell the rest of the day.
Right.
Like, I was just
So
saying.
you can't just
I
stop
think they
eating
get
and
used to
do
it.
one meal and you eat what you want to eat.
No,
we can't hear you on the mic.
And Brooke can ask that question again on the mic.
I thought you was going to repeat it.
I said it
What was
wrong.
the question?
Oh. No, I was saying, so you cannot, to be clear, you can't just eat one meal, say you intermittent fasting and you eating pork chops and baked potatoes during that meal or whatever else you
Oh, so
love.
that meal won't work? I'm just saying.
No, ma'am.
No ma'am, it will not work.
Golly. Well, yeah, that's definitely not for me. Won't be doing that. Okay, so a lot of worldly influences and influencers, like Brooke brought up earlier, I feel like has to do with a lot of the reason why women have so much pressure on them when it comes to body types, body shapes, how their bodies should look. And I feel like it's not until we see those influences and influencers that we say, either I want to do that or what do I need to do to, you know what I'm saying, to loop, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when we see that imagery, that's when we kind of get motivated to try to do something. And to me, I think anything done fast like that or hastily, like it's never a really, really good result. So I said all of that to say, let's talk about just the social media imagery. I'm a big social media person. I love social media. I don't think anything is wrong with it. I think sometimes there's something wrong with the users, but I don't think anything is wrong with it. I've had Facebook, baby, when you can, I got it in 2003 when it came back, and you had to have a college email. If you didn't have a college email, you could not. Oh, absolutely. I was going to Tennessee State University. If you did not have a college email, they verified you through your college email. But if you did not have a college email, you could not get Facebook, ma'am.
I wonder why my UCA. I don't remember that, but I guess that's true. I just don't remember. I was trying to figure out why my Euler email is my Facebook email. Why did I use that email?
Yes, ma'am. You literally could not get a fake. When Facebook first started, y'all, if you didn't have a college email, you could not get it. That's how long I've had it. Like, I literally was I was going to Walgreens. I had a disposable camera, and I was having my pictures transferred from the ink thing to the CD, and I was putting the CD in my laptop, y'all.
That's a lot of work.
And I was waiting like 2 hours so my pictures could upload. I promise to God is my witness. Like, I'm a Facebook OG. But I said that to say I love social media. I don't think anything is wrong with them. I have every social media account there is. I do. But I feel like nowadays, like, our kids see these imagery, a lot of these girls, a lot of them that are social media, Instagram models, what do they call them? All of a sudden, socialites, like, they see certain imagery and certain bodies, and they feel like in order to be accepted, in order for a man or woman, whatever they decide, to want them, they have to look like this. And I don't really like that type of influence. But unfortunately, everybody is not born or raised to love or appreciate themselves. Go ahead, Meech.
So do you think that it affects the boys as well? So if they're seeing these girls like, oh yeah, I want that.
Absolutely. Because listen, we're 80s babies, right?
Yeah.
We didn't grow up hearing about butt shots.
Nope. Right.
When we were in school, elementary, high school, first of all, we didn't have social media either. So if you think about it, a lot of the older men or men in our era, they like natural women, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they grew up watching, looking at their mamas, their aunts. They didn't have social media to say, okay, I want my lady to have a shape like this for a waist. Like, you got a size 16-inch waist and you 40. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, how you get that? Where you get it from?
When we was growing up, you know, we used to watch BET videos. Them videos, big things, they look like us.
Literally uncut. When Nelly was swiping them cards, baby, that was real
goodness, she did not
dimples, like that was regular, smegular. It wasn't tight. It wasn't big on one side, and the legs matched the, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so I feel like those influences has an effect on the way our girls think, the way our boys choose to date, unfortunately. What do y'all think about that?
I got a question though. So these girls that we see now, like, it's so many of them. For one, where is that? Who is that? But how do you think they just stay together like that? Do you really think they work out like that all the time?
Girl, no. They got money to go to Dr. Miami or whoever they need to go to 2 or 3 times a year to get some of that stuff suctioned out. And I know because I follow K. Michelle for a long time. And she spoke and when she had a reality show, her own show, she showed going to get her, I feel like I gained some weight, summertime coming, so I gotta get lipo on this side, lipo. Yeah, she showed the entire thing.
So with some of these people looking like that, and we got, you know, our young girls looking like them, but do you think they have some type of issue that they think they gotta look, you know what I'm saying, just like that? And not regular?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and then we're talking about women that we chasing a bag. We trying to do whatever we gotta do to get to a coin.
Right.
Ain't nobody going, our mama told us, I go to college or go to the military. Nah, baby, now we finna go to social media and we finna get this coin. We finna get us a baller, a rapper, whatever we can get. And some of them do good with it, because some of them will get them a baller, a rapper, and they'll start their own business and do good. But some of them, baby, they just want a baller, a rapper.
Well, some of them do it just to get their followers up.
We can
And you still get paid.
Some do it for what?
Some do it just to get their followers up, and you get paid.
Yeah, they do get paid to promote and all that good stuff. So yeah. True, what were you gonna say?
It was something after whatever Brooke said. I was gonna say something about bulimia and anorexia, because that's been going on for a long time. So it's always been people who got this whatever in their head because of what the world says you should look like, or even that chart. Like, that was a big problem to me. The chart that they have based, like, the BMI or whatever it is, and what size you're supposed to be, waist and all that. That still gets me. I used to be taping every, trying to match those numbers. And I'm like, and they used to say, that's not for.
I was just about to say, black people. That's a European. And our genetics and our everything about us is totally different from them. So nothing, I'm talking about from our bloodstream, like everything is different. So those charts, I don't think those charts were made from African Americans. I think they're based off European results and studies. I'm just saying, I do.
I think so.
36, 24, 36.
24, 36,
I
that's
should never get the other 36.
Just run your little life away. You go get it. My cousin, one of my cousins tell my cousin Jay, y'all, he's an avid runner. My cousin tell him all the time, boy, you gonna disappear if you keep on running. Boy, that man to get up, I'm talking about, like you truly said, he'll wait until it's like noon because he wants the sun and that sweat. He gonna get out there and he's gonna sweat his whole life away. But anyway, he's trying to meet that BMI chart. He I do it. So what I wanted to say about that, the social media part, I don't think nothing is absolutely wrong with social media, but I do feel like if we have girls, it's important that we talk to our girls. First of all, from the time that they're born, like I've always instilled in Mackenzie, you're beautiful. You know, you gorgeous. Come on, girl. Now, like now she's a teenager, so I may throw a little stuff in. Okay, curves. Okay, you know, just to build her confidence up, because I feel like if we don't do it, they'll look for the world to give it to them. If the world give it to them, baby, y'all know it's gonna be a whole nother party, whole nother, and it messes with them. Like, you know, when they grow up, they start to get stuff that they've never had before, and they start to blossom, and they're uncomfortable with it. And it's our duty as parents to be like, okay, baby, you beautiful. That's what's gonna happen. Appreciate it, embrace it. Like I tell mine all the time, baby, you better embrace that thing, because once you get to having babies, you're gonna be looking like your mama. Like I literally would go in her room and be like, bam, and she's like, mama. But I feel like it's important that we raise our children to a certain standard. We encourage them, motivate them, and give them the you know, the hypeness that they need before we let the world do it. Because if the world do it, they'll be. I'm not hating on no Instagram models, no social media, none of them, baby, because they flats all in the right places. They lived it in the right. It's just it's amazing how it's able to be done. You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I feel like, if our girls are seeing that, then they're willing to go to whatever measures, whatever extent to get that, and that's where I have a problem. That's not okay. Right. You know what I'm saying? Our kids are being raised off of social media, but we can't let social media raise them. And that's the thing, okay? So if you are looking at social media as, you know, the imageries and all that has an influence on it, let it motivate you to just be healthier. Yeah. Don't let it encourage and motivate you to want to look like that or be that, because you don't know what those ladies and gentlemen go through to get that. You know what I'm saying? But like Michi introduced there earlier, if you do it the right way, if you're consistent and you handle your business weekly, eat good, then you know you can get that and have that for a very long time. But just because it's up don't mean it ain't gonna come down, baby. I don't care what's in them now, baby. In a few years, baby, them things gonna drop. Okay?
That's a lie.
That's a lie. Do a couple more push-ups. No, baby, them things, all them, whatever is inside of it's gonna drop down. Okay, so we've talked about the social media imagery. I know we had a conversation, Brooke. I hope you'll get mad. And you brought up that when you was growing up, you kind of struggled because you wanted to gain weight. Like, who struggled be mad because they can't gain weight?
I don't know nothing about that.
Listen, can you tell us about that just for a second?
I'm gonna tell you.
And she's little, petite, and all complete. I will say
Right
a little bit of hell.
right there. That's a lie. Big people used to just hurt me.
Big people know what they saying. When you say
little, when you say that to people growing up, like in high school, I was always the shortest and one of the smallest, right? And truly, we've been best friends for a long time, so I always used to look at her. She used to wear these skirts and stuff to school all the time, but she had curves.
Big booty just out there. Big booty too.
We'll go to the mall, hey, walk around with her. She got on
them big legs. And you looking like good life. Same age. I'm here too, man. And so, okay. But
no, really, it just used to to bother me. I wanted to gain weight. You know, I was like maybe 99 pounds, 100 pounds, and bigger girls, thick girls. You need to eat how you eat, and I would eat. And so when you say that to a little chick, that's just like me coming up to you saying, "You so big, you need to stop eating. You eat too much." You know, so that's like a insult.
So you were,
to a
yeah.
person. So I have always tried. Now, come on, Jesus, I'm at the size I want to be
What
at.
size is
And
that?
my children, I am 136.
I'm 136, baby. Let me give you some of these 6s. And if the 3 ain't nowhere in it.
I had to learn how to be like
Comfortable.
and comfortable with this who I'm gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I see my family, I'm like, well, why am I so small? Because everybody is regular size, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's good, but everybody's like regular size. I was always extra small. So yeah, that's what I was speaking about. And so I try to talk to Bailey now.
Yeah.
My baby happy with her little
I know, that's right. That's how I
So yeah, that's a thing though for little people too. So you gotta be careful when you saying stuff like that because you don't know how people feel. Like some people might not want to be that small. They just can't, and they really eat a lot, and they just can't. So you might have to wait till you're 40, baby.
And that's true, and I appreciate you hitting on that. And I wanted the audience to know because there are some audience members or some spillers that may be smaller and want to gain weight. But I never knew, and I'm just being real honest, that petite people had issues. I was your size when I was in junior high and high school. Like I was literally probably 130. Like literally all my life, and I was real active then. So I was a cheerleader, drill team. I played softball real quick. I ran track for probably about a week. That ran too much for me. But I was very active, you know what I'm saying? So I was always small and petite. But it's crazy because even during then, my little size 6, like my friends were like size 2s and 4s, and I was like, dang, I'm too big. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's all on you and it's all in you. Like once you're comfortable with yourself, then you're good, but you have to become comfortable with yourself. Can't nobody else make you comfortable. But I never ever knew that people were bothered about being called little. Like, Chad. Because I know I had some friends, baby, I called them skinty. When I said back then, I ain't skinny mini. Like, that was skinny mini.
I ain't gonna say what I
But that's why I wanted us to have this conversation because we have spillers that may be smaller now or may be struggling with one to gain weight. But the purpose of that is you got to love you. Embrace yourself.
One time for the small folks.
Well, anybody else gonna say it was crickets after that.
That ain't social media
A
word.
lot of cute petite and complete spillers, so you know. One time for the little spillers. But that's why again I wanted to have this conversation because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your size is. You have to love you. You have to embrace you and everything about you. Okay, so we're talking about the wanting to gain weight, wanting to get this certain body type and all that good stuff. But what about the mental effect that having this or wanting to have these certain body types or losing weight or gaining weight that we have? Do we spillers and my sisters from different misters, do we think that our appearance can cause us to struggle with that disease somebody brought up? Dysmorphia. Grab the microphone for us, beautiful. Come on, beautiful. she gonna point up there. Which one? Y'all, Trudy has issues. Oh, I can't wait to show this video. Okay, but on a serious note, Trudy, I do want you to kind of hit on and talk to us about dysmorphia. And for my spillers that do not know, I want to let you all know the meaning of dysmorphia. It is an abnormality or deformity in the shape or size of a specified body part that some people that has this condition look at themselves and they falsely believe that something is wrong with them, the size, the shape, their body, something in their appearance is wrong. So it's called dysmorphia, and it's a real disease that people truly struggle with that I never really knew nothing about until my best friend said something. And I was like, girl, let me look this up and study about it. And I studied it and I was like, oh, Jesus, I ain't never struggled with that. But I know people that has. So, Truth, to talk to us about that for a second?
Well, it first was brought to me from my mom, actually. So every time I see her, you need to stop losing weight. What are you? I'm like, Mom, I'm not even losing weight no more. What are you talking about? I lost weight one time.
Kept it up.
40 pounds one time. How much
Kept
did
it
you
up.
lose?
Every time she was,
But how much did you lose at one time, friend?
it was only like 20 or 25 pounds.
Girl, it was like
For real.
25. Right.
It was for real.
It was like 25 or 30 maybe?
It was 20.
But let me
That's
say something.
it?
Let me say something.
You look like you just lost so much more.
So that's what I'm gonna say. When you know her growing up, she was thick, but she was always
yeah, her
strong
waist was
everywhere. She
always
thick.
little, but she had a big
So
old.
when she first started working out, and I seen her on focus, I was out of town. So when I seen her on social media, I was like, my friend sick. Real talk.
But
I
she-
told her that though.
But she was so serious because I remember it's been like about 4 or 5 years when you first started losing, and she just like it's something snapped in her mind, and she just when I say her workouts and all that stuff, that's when I backed out because I was like, hell, I go to the gym. We was going to 10 Fitness in Indian Hill. Baby, when that thing started getting skinny, I was like, oh, I'm good, friend. Do you? I'm talking about like 10 years ago, y'all. I would go to 10 Fitness in Indian Hills with her, and I was on the treadmill, Michi, running. Like, where I could run like the first 5-6 minutes. It wasn't bad, but it was close. Like, working out with my friend. Doing we was doing everything, but she started losing weight. And she was eating good too, and I was eating good. I was like, okay, friend, I see you later.
I'm gonna go home and eat.
I'm hungry. Okay, go ahead, friend. Talk to us for real.
So that's when my mom said that word, she was like, dysmorphia, body dysmorphia. I was like, girl, whatever. So I went and looked it up, and I was like, oh. I might have that. And I do think that I do. So in this, I don't know where or what else I do. I think I know, I remember all the negative things people have said. So, people say a lot of, oh, you look good, you fine.
True, with the big booty.
Yeah, and I hated that. And people still say that. And I saw somebody, I used to work at Kroger the other day, Judy with the booty. And I didn't even smile or nothing like that. Judy, you can't even say I didn't like that.
Because you could have said,
That's all it was.
But
But that was all it was. So I was like, I can't, it was just what it was, so whatever. But that is a part that I don't like. And like, so.
Say it again for the word.
Not just that people say that, I don't like my butt.
But you appreciate it
So
though.
I'm glad, yes, I appreciate what God gave me.
Yeah, okay, good. Don't
So
say
yes,
because that
no,
can be
I
good.
would, I'm not, but I don't want attention to be brought to it. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
Like, I don't like to be called thick. It bothers me.
Mentally.
Mentally.
Oh, wow.
Like, and people are like, girl, that's good. No, it's not. What's good about that? And that's a whole nother conversation, but I don't like that. So, it's a lot of mental things, and I don't never say nothing because I just, what are you supposed to say that? Thank you. Yeah, I don't like that. So, but it is mental for me, and I don't know.
So you think it's mental for you because you struggle with dysmorphia?
I do,
Okay.
but I think it has to do with other, I remember negative things people have said. It is not a lot of people. One thing out of 100, I remember what that person said.
What that person
Like,
said. And who
you
would
were-
tell me what they say? Listen, the judge don't let me out. I'm just saying. You don't tell my teacher I'm a public educator. Baby, he gonna let me out. Who was it?
You can remember. I can remember one person in high school. I remember what they said to me.
My team, man.
Sorry. One person. And I remember, even it was a family member that said something to me. So I remember exactly what these people said. Boyfriends.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah. And I wish I could say their name.
Okay.
But
Feel it.
I was, and my mom was working out, I would be like, and I thank you. Thank you for saying that about my legs. Thank you for, because I'm not going to ever stop. But then that's like, I'm crazy. So, it's something I still struggle with.
So is it a struggle because of what other people have said, like the negative things that you remember? Because if truth be told, you have people that like admire your body.
Yeah.
She just got a bum because she's not. Let's be clear, she's not skinty. She's not thick. She's not fat. Like she's just the ideal size that a woman would want to be. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like why you don't feel like this?
Like, look, and her kid don't want to be.
That's why when I be saying that in the gym, when I was trying to work out with you, I was like, when I was trying to work out with her, she be on the weight, her arms all busted out. Here I go, my little arm.
Jiggle on the bottom.
I just want to be yours. She was like frowning. Why? She got mad.
But cause I'm mad. Cause I'm like, yeah, you don't like this switch. Let's switch bodies real quick. Let's see how long you been.
It's a compliment.
But it's something
It's
for
mental.
sure.
It's really, that's why I understand like mental illnesses, and I understand how people think. Because I mean, I get it.
And they don't say nothing.
Yeah, you just have to be like, because if I get mad every time, even when I'm dating, I'm just so beautiful, just sexy, fine. No, okay, like stop. Thank you.
But I'm smart.
Thank you.
But I'm smart.
Really
Right.
right.
Look, Victoria's Secret Jay. She said, I'm like,
I heard her say that.
it's cute. I do that, man. I know I ain't got no Beyonce or no True Booty, but baby, you ask my husband, baby, I throw it on and bam. Please.
But I will say that even though it's mental, like just I'm learning to really love yourself. That's what I'm working on.
That's
No matter what. So that's helping too. Like I just have to look in the mirror all the time, like.
I admire Trudy's body because she is like the epitome of, like, if you work out, if you eat right, like this is what this can happen. Even though she still sees like flaws.
Yeah.
You're perfect.
And that's what I tell her to get in her mind. And then she can still eat like a little, cause she loves chocolate, so she can throw something in every now and then, and you can't tell. Baby, I throw some chocolate in, baby. The next day I get on the scale, I think I ate 7 pounds. I had one cookie. Okay, so we talk about you too. Because you have always had that little waist, but baby, them hips and that booty. You see them things so little.
And I like whatever like people admire the most about you is one thing that you struggle with. So like my hips, like I always try to like cover them up. And then, but my feel like even when I lost a lot of weight, like I lost weight, 2015, and I felt good. But then my feel like a crackhead. And so then I tried to gain like, well maybe I need to gain a little back. And then I gained it all back. And so it's like now I'm back at square one. Shoot.
But
And
listen,
we're losing. But yeah, but for a long time, I struggled with like the hips. People call them hips, and like them wings. Like, like what the heck? That's horrible. That's just horrible.
Right.
But now, I love it. Like I love it. It took me a long time to get there though.
Yeah.
It looks good in clothes.
it
It feels
looks
everything
good.
out.
But before
Like,
I started in Miami, baby. Baby, you look good.
I know. Like, you didn't post that, I'm not posting that.
And it was fun. That's why me and Trudy posted a couple on our page. Yeah, she ain't gonna post one. Y'all can see all that. Y'all can see this chocolate, baby.
And so when we went to Miami,
Miami does.
Right.
But yeah. So everything, but it took me a minute to get here. Now it's like I love it. I know I want the flat stomach. I want everything to be in place. But I like my shape. Like I love me. Like you said, it's like your own. You have to love yourself. Like nobody. It doesn't matter like what you do. Even if you go pay to get it taken off, there's still gonna be something.
Right.
There's still gonna be something that you
You
don't
pay all this
you
money
just do
still.
to love yourself.
Or don't go with your body.
Yeah. Love yourself. So I'm always trying to teach that to my nieces. Like I need you to love yourself. My all different shades. My nieces are all different shades, but I always teach them. One of my nieces, she got into. She's 10, and her friends are telling me, "You think you cute?" I'm like, "JC, you are cute." And the thing is, JC, they're cute too. That nobody's told them that they're cute. That's their problem. That's not your problem.
Exactly.
And she can just respond and you pretty too.
You're
Right.
pretty too.
You are pretty.
I'm pretty.
My auntie told me. So yes. Yes,
And I
love yourself.
And I love that. And that's crazy that the thing, like y'all said, there are things that people love about y'all, but y'all have hated. And I have never had the biggest butt, But I have never like been mad that you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never said, oh, I gotta do some squats. Who I finna call? Like I feel like my little, you know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate it.
Yes.
I did have a flat stomach a long time ago. I really did prior to McKinsey. After McKinsey, I did for a second. But I was never like, now I'm never like, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like I just want to be healthy. But I promise I don't like criticize myself and be like, oh girl, you got them little straight line, oh you got your little bit. Like I don't do none of that. You know, and I've never been like that though. And so I don't know if it was because my mother used to always tell me I was beautiful and I was cute, even when I was a little petite and all complete, you know what I'm saying? And when I got big, and right, because I was much bigger than what I am now, you know what I'm saying? But I've never gotten you know, I don't know, I have never struggled with none of that mentally. But when I was going through my mental stuff, and I realized like I was out of shape and stuff like that, just tired from running up and down my grandma's steps, like one lap of step, bro, I'm finna pass out. Like literally, that's when I was like, okay, you need to get yourself together. Then when I went to therapy, he was like, the benefits of exercise, and I was like, okay. And I started feeling better, baby. Like now, I just be let me put on some makeup and some lipstick, baby. Beyonce ain't got nothing on.
It's over,
baby.
It's over.
It's over. Listen, baby. The China,
I cannot love those photos enough.
The China, baby, I'm talking about icons. Like you can't tell me nothing. I don't care how I can't not bring my booty, baby. I'm gonna put a good push up on these things, back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like,
you put yourself together real good.
So what you trying to say? I look a mess now?
No,
like when you a mess now?
Like tonight, I know you just gonna be. You know you told me your outfit, but you dress up real. I know y'all do.
Yeah, I do.
But I think it's important that you tell your kids.
Yes.
Because my mom, I remember when I had baby, and I used to be like, oh, my baby's so pretty, she's so. And my mom was like, stop saying that. Stop telling her that you don't want her to be conceited. But it starts at home. If I don't tell her when she get out there, so I was like, maybe that's why. You the reason. You ain't never told me.
But that's true. That is so true. And then if we don't instill that in our kids, they're gonna get it from the world. So those negative influences, those negative comments that people make, you gonna embed that more than you embed anything, because ain't nobody ever told you that you was beautiful. Nobody ever told you embrace them curves, baby. Yeah, you treat it with the booty, you meet you with the wings.
Yeah, no.
Brooke, you look Brooke and all complete, you know what I'm saying? But if people would have told y'all how beautiful that was, I really feel like it never would have been a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's imperative. That's why I am with the way I am now with my baby. Like, don't be ashamed. Like, you're not bones. You're not supposed to be bones. It's okay. God made you the exact way you're supposed to be. Embrace it. Don't get to no point to where, because once just one little steep of negativity or insecurity in your mind, baby, to control that whole mind, and then you got all this goodness that the Lord gave you, and you don't even appreciate it. That's neither here nor there. Okay, so now that we have discussed, now that we have discussed the negative effects of wanting to be summertime fine that it can have on you, let's end this conversation, ladies, by choosing just the overall healthiness of it all. The mental part of being healthy, the emotional part, even the physical part, you know. Let's talk about if and when you're intentional about your health and being fine, not just for the summertime, all year round. Like you said earlier, Meechie, what you say, ready for the fall?
Summertime fine and fall ready.
Yeah, summertime fine and fall ready, baby. Let's talk about the amazing benefits that we can truly get mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, when we are intentional about just being fine in every single way. So we'll start with, who want to go first? Trudy, you can go ahead and go first. We'll let Meech go first, because Trudy, she Trudy gonna be Trudy, baby. That thing's something else. But
and like you said, you just feel better. So when you're eating right, you're exercising, you feel better, you sleep better. Oh my goodness, you just overall your day goes better. If you just had a couple of minutes, you know, to get out. Especially if I like to work out. I like to work out outside. Like I need to be outside under the sun, like directly on the sun. I need to be outside in all God's glory. Yes, I love it. So you just feel better. You just appreciate your body more. You just appreciate that you have full, like sometimes when I run, like, I'm like, Lord, thank you so much that I have full use of like all my limbs.
Yes.
Like, oh my goodness, I just ran a couple miles and I'm fine. Nothing hurts. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
So you appreciate it. So if you can get up and get out, y'all, get up and get out. You'll feel better.
How
about you?
True, you want to go? Yeah. Okay. Brooke's still thinking. Yeah,
That was good.
That was really good. I appreciate that.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. You feel better for sure. Like even I don't just work out early in the morning.
But she do get up at the crack
I
of
go
dawn.
after work.
I
I
know. What time you up this morning?
Wait till we get on vacation. You want to get up at
What time
5
was
or 6?
she up this morning?
They can't hear you.
What time you up this morning, Trudy?
At 8.
We just asking for the people in the back.
So I gotta work out at
I
5.
had to get up at 4:30, so
It's in the AM. Let's go.
that's why I wanted you guys to get up with me in Miami.
And then, well, yeah, I did one day. We didn't get up at
But that's neither here nor there.
Right. Keep going.
No, but I was agreeing with Michi. I was gonna say you feel better for sure, and I know. I mean, eating. I love to eat, regardless of what people might think. I do, and so if I want to eat something bad, or what we say bad is, because it's really about calories and whatever.
Nah,
else.
but everything God made is good.
Well,
So God did
That's
right.
not where I'm sticking to it. No, I just think it's right. It is calorie intake and all this stuff. You going up.
yeah. So you know, if you feel better, and I know I need to be better with drinking water because I don't drink water. I know.
Baby, that baby got thing got a Crystal Light packet. Look,
I drink Crystal
yeah,
Light.
10 ounces of water. She drunk 4.5. Keep going, sis.
But I still
Brooke
feel
done took
I
my
don't feel
down
that.
too.
It's just after a day of work, it's for me just to go, and if I had a stressful day or if it's something that's on my mind, it's very helpful to like release and just go in and makes it that much better. But then you feel good, like yeah, okay, got that in, and it's a lifestyle, like you said earlier, Toya. It's just a part of life. Like I almost feel like I have to do it. So I'm gonna speak on like a Sunday, because sometimes that's the day we get to choose to get up versus having to go to work. So I used to sleep in and not go to church, but then I still go work out. Like no, if I can work out, I'm not. So that's why I had to like tell myself, that's part of my spiritual. Like that's not balanced. So I try to go before the service. So I work out before church and then feel even better like going to church. So
That's why.
Because you be cute, refreshed. But
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Work
baby.
out
Did you work out this
So
morning?
y'all might join me, you know.
Okay.
There you go.
Brooke,
Mike.
Brooke the mic.
So Sunday, tomorrow. So tomorrow we can meet up and.
So you don't go to Sunday school?
Do you?
Sometimes
I know who's not there. I know who's not in Sunday school.
She does. I do virtual sometimes. When I remember, like last Sunday I did. Because I called Mama and Papa was like, she's doing Sunday school. I was like, oh, let me go again. So, because I have been forgetting, because we're used to being at young adult Sunday school. So
Yeah.
we're used to like being there physically, but that's going to all get back together. So for me, with the mental part, and I agree with both of y'all, when you work out, you feel so much better. You feel better in all aspects. And I think that's imperative that we learn, like, don't just do summertime fine or fall ready. Do winter something. You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
Just make it a habit, become consistent with eating better. You're probably not going to fully diet, but you can incorporate some healthier things into your lifestyle and separate or substitute some things for better things. Drink more water. Like Trudy said, that's a struggle, and she gonna get together in a minute.
Yep.
But when we are doing our self-reflections, whether it's from a therapist, us looking in a mirror, our primary care physician, whomever it is, when you notice that there's something about you that you don't like, instead of criticizing yourself or, beating yourself down, think about what is it that you can do to make it better, but make it better in a healthier way. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is wrong with the surgery. Nothing is wrong with Dr. Miami and nothing. Because if I had some coins, I probably would have went a long time ago. And I probably do have enough coins that I could do it. You know what I'm saying? But am I going to waste my money and my time with it now? To the point to get on that table, be spent.
Spend that money on what? Your husband be like, you spend that money on what?
Like, girl, you what?
Go
But anyway, when you're doing your self-reflection, you have to learn to embrace you. You have to learn to appreciate and love everything about you. And once you truly internalize that and embed that, like, you will be so good. You won't have to have anybody to justify your good or to make you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're this or you're that, because you feel like it yourself. Like, I don't need you to tell me what I already know I am, you know? So, that was good. So, before we leave, did y'all want to give any healthy tips, any motivation for the people? I mean, just if you want to say something where we can just start, Trudy. I'll start with you since you like real serious about this. Can you just, for somebody that just want to start, somebody out there that don't know where to start and they just want to start doing what's necessary to become healthy before they call Dr. Miami, the struggles is real.
Well, just know that what you eat is the biggest percentage of the journey. So even if you do start, like I was saying, we used to do boot camps, flipping tires, like doing hard boot camp, and we go eat and mess up. We burn 500 calories and go eat 1,000. So it's not balanced. So if you're gonna make the decision, you have to be serious. So I just say that you have to be serious if it's gonna be a real lifestyle change. And it don't have to be like a huge, I'm about to go hard and lose this weight. It's just start walking. Just walk. Like, walking is really good for your heart. And you just walk 30 minutes around the block or go to a track or just walk in place if you have to walk circles. Like, it's just getting started and being serious about your health, because it's not always about how I look. It's about how I feel and do I want to be here for my kids I don't have kids, so I'm saying.
For our kids.
Yes. For your kids.
Keep coming to the child.
You want to be able to move around and take care, bend over, sit down, get up. Like, you don't have to, people have to help you when you're 40 and 50.
Just 40 and 50.
It's like I work out with people, I admire the people I work out with. They like 60 years old, running, walking, still moving. So I'm like, yeah, it's possible. I don't have to look at the examples I've seen. Like, I'm not gonna be, I'm in the family, just keep living. No. Because I've seen the glory.
That ain't it for me.
I'm gonna be running at 70.
I know that's right. Beach and Brook, y'all want to add anything?
I just say, make sure if you want to work out, you're doing it for yourself and not because of what somebody else think you need to look like, or if they want you to look like that, you can look like that yourself. But make sure you're doing it for you, because whether or not, if you're not doing it for you and you start working out, you ain't gonna never be satisfied. So you pick your goal and you do it for yourself.
That's it. Mitch, you got something to say?
The only thing I have to say is everything that y'all said was key, but consistency is key, y'all. It's just to do a little bit every day. On Monday, I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna eat it. Boom. Tuesday, do the same thing. Just take it one day at a time, but be consistent. I just found that when I was when I was in my most healthiest state, I was just being consistent, and that's key. Just one day at a time. One day at a time.
I'm gonna say one more thing. Cause you know how people, this is off topic, but people say high school fine or get back to, and that is not the case for me. So this is the best shape I've ever been in, and the most healthy I ever felt. So I was bigger in my mind. I think I really was in high school. So it's not getting back to. It's just being the healthiest person that you can right now, whatever age.
Whatever age, and that's me. Whatever age. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for your amazing perspectives. I appreciate y'all. This was dope. We're gonna have to do another one really, really soon. But before I leave spillers, y'all know I like to leave y'all with some motivation. This week's motivation is embracing you. Don't allow the pressures of the world and or others cause you not to fully discover and love yourself. Heaven is waiting on the real version of you. Stop clapping away who you are, trying to be who you want to be, who others want you to be, and without considering God and who you truly want to be. God formed all of us uniquely. You are exactly who you're supposed to be. Your personality, your voice, your abilities, your thoughts, your smile, your curves, your muscles, or the lack thereof. You are exactly who you're supposed to be. Yes, it's important that we take care of what He has trusted us with physically and mentally, but we must do so in a healthy way and embrace how He has designed every part of us, beautifully and strategically. I pray something in this episode encouraged you, Steelers, and motivated you to do better and to be better. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in and for joining me. As always, and until next time, this is your girl, Mrs. Wilson, and I am signing